Hi everyone, it's Sherry. I hope that you are having a wonderful day. We all like to save a little money when paper crafting, right? Well, stay tuned. Y'all, 12 by 12 papers, we all have them. Well, today I'm going to share with you 4 fabulous ways to use a sheet of 12 by 12 paper. Welcome to my channel. I am so glad that you decided to stop by, and welcome to all of my new friends and to all of my new subscribers. Welcome back to all of my longtime friends and longtime subscribers. Thank you all so much for being here today, and thank you so much for supporting me and my channel. As I said earlier, 12 by 12 papers, we all have them. Today I am going to show you 4 fabulous things that you can make with a sheet of 12 by 12 paper. And what I'm showing you are things that we always need. And so I'm just going to bring these in so that I can give you an overview of what we're going to be doing. We can always use a bag. We're going into the holiday gift giving season and you're going to need bags. Why in the world would we go out and buy it when we can make it? We can make it using our 12 by 12 paper. And to make this bag, I used 1 sheet. To make this gorgeous bag, which turned out to be my favorite, I used 1 sheet. To make this 5-sided bag, I used 1 sheet. And to make this bag, I used 1 sheet. So take your pick. If you have a favorite paper and you only have 1 sheet of that paper and you need a bag, well, I'm going to show you how you can make that bag. So I'm going to give you a closer look at these in just a minute. But y'all know what time it is. It's time to make it. All right, y'all, so here's a closer look at these bags. This is my 5-sided bag, and it is 2 1/4 all the way around, and it is approximately 6 inches deep, made from 1 sheet of 12 by 12 paper. Then we have our fold over bag. This is just a standard bag with a nice fold over flap. This bag is 4 1/2 by 1 3/8, and it is about 7 1/2 inches tall. Then we have this bag, which is just a little carry bag. This one, when finished, measures 8 by 2, and it is 4 3/4 of an inch tall. Then we have my absolute favorite, y'all. I love this bag, and I think it's the paper. I'm not really sure, but it just has such an upscale look to it. I love how it flares, and I'm calling it a boat bag. Not really sure what you would call it. But here at the bottom, this bag starts out at 6 inches, and then it flares out to 9 inches, and it is 5 inches tall. Y'all, it is so gorgeous. Any one of these bags would be great for any gift-giving need that you might have. If you're having a little party and you want to send your guests away with very cute favors, this is a fabulous bag for that. This is actually probably going to be my new go-to bag when I'm giving little things to people. So I'm going to walk you through how to make each one of these from 1 piece of 12 by 12 paper. And so here is what we're going to need to make our project. We're making 4 bags, so we're going to need 4 pieces of 12 by 12 paper because each bag can be made with 1 piece of 12 by 12, and I don't think that we're going to have any scraps left over, y'all. So I have my 4 pieces here. We are going to start out by making the flip top bag first. So I think for that bag I'm going to go with this paper, and I am going to put my bags together using glue. You can use tape if you want, but I like to secure my bags using glue. And so to make bag number 1, I have a 12 by 12 inch piece. We are going to score at 4 1/2, at 5 7/8, at 10 3/8, and at 11 3/4. Then we're going to rotate it once, and we are going to score at 1 3/8 and at 9. Then I'll take my big old spatula, and I am going to fold and burnish all of my scores. And then once you have all of your pieces folded and burnished, we're going to get rid of these pieces right here. So I am going to use my finger blade, and I'll angle in right there to remove this corner piece. Then I'll go to the second score mark here to remove this corner piece. And then I'll go along the bottom and angle to free my tabs. And then I'll go to the score mark here and drag straight down to free this tab. And I think I'm just going to remove this tab altogether. And so now your piece is going to look like this. I am going to take my finger blade, and on this large flap that is closest to the adhesive flap here, I am just going to angle in because we're going to take this and fold it over. So I am going to use just a little bit of glue. Take that, fold it over, and work that glue in. Then I'm going to take this piece and I'll angle in on this piece as well. And then I'm going to take my scissors and just round. And I'll round on this end too. And y'all, this is one of those videos that if you haven't created a Posh Paper Lady playlist on YouTube, you might want to create one and just drop in videos that interest you from time to time. That way, if you're looking for it, you'll be able to find that video in no time. So I am just going to take my glue, place my glue on the adhesive flap, and then we can take this and I'm just going to join it like that. And y'all, we have a really nice flat fold. Smooth that out. Now I can take the bottom, fold it in, add some glue over here, take this piece and place it there, and then I'll add some glue on this piece, and then I'm going to fold over, making sure that I have everything nice and squared with that box. Our bag, I'm sorry, I'm calling it a box. This is going to be a bag. And I'm just going to go in with my large bone folder to get everything nice and stuck. Now I'll take my fingers and I'm just going to pinch in at the top like this. And I will pinch down as far as I want. And you get that bag shape. And now I can fold that over. And we're going to take a Velcro dot and place that Velcro right there. Then I can take this, fold it over, and y'all, now we have a beautiful, beautiful bag to add to our collection. We're going to make bag number 2 super, super easy. So for bag number 2, I have my second piece of 12 by 12 paper, and I am going to score at 1/2 inch. At 5, at 7, and at 11.5. Then I'll rotate it once, and we're going to score at 2. Then I'll rotate it to the opposite end of where I just scored at 2, so that 2 score mark is there. And I'm going to score at 2 here. And I do this, y'all, because if my paper doesn't happen to be a true 12 by 12, at least I know that my side panels are both 2 inches. And then again, we fold and burnish all of our scores. And on this bag, we don't have many. And if y'all are looking for any of the items that I'm using in this video, please check my Amazon storefront link. It is in my description box, and it's definitely there, so make sure that you're checking that. If you don't see a link for something that you're looking for, that means that I don't have one. And if you do an internet search, you might be able to find what it is that you're looking for. So the first thing that I'm going to do is where I have this small flap here, I am going to remove the two corner pieces like that. Same thing here. I'm going to remove those two corner pieces. Then on this end, I am just going to angle to free my tabs like that. And so my piece looks like this. I'm going to turn it once, and I'll go to that score mark and drag straight down. And then I'll reduce this in size, and we'll turn it around to this side and do the same thing. Go to that score mark, drag straight down, and then reduce it in size. And y'all, bag number 2 is ready to be put together. So I am just going to take some glue on this piece, fold it over, and we're going to get that stuck. And I'll do the same thing here. Fold it over and get it stuck. And now we're going to put this together. And when we put it together, we fold this in, bring this up, bring that up. So I'm going to be placing my glue on these two panels and a little bit of glue on this piece. So I'll go ahead and just place my glue all over this piece. I'm going to take this and place it there, getting that nice and tight. Then I'll bring this up, and I can tuck that piece over, grab my little bone folder, go on the inside and work that stick. And then we do the same thing over here. So I'm going to take my glue, and we're going to place our glue on this piece. And now we can take this piece, fold it in, fold that piece, and tuck that in. Now let's go on the inside with a bone folder or a ruler, whatever you might have, and let's work that stick. So now your piece looks like this. Again, we're going to take our fingers and just pinch in the middle to create that pinch right there at the top. And then we'll pinch as far as you want to go. Y'all, there's bag number 2. That's how simple it is. I am going to take my oval hole punch, and this is always optional, and just punch a hole there. And then I'll try to match it this way. We can save these and use them as really beautiful tags. So there, bag number 2. So now we are going to make bag number 3 complete with a handle, and we'll be making this from one piece of 12 by 12 paper. It is a 5-sided bag, as you can hopefully see. So I'm going to take my 12 by 12 inch piece, and we are going to cut off 2 inches. So I want to reduce this to 10 by 12. And then we're going to take that 2-inch piece, and on the 2-inch side, we score at 1. And then I'm going to take my glue, put my glue inside like this. And now I can fold over. And we're just going to work that glue, work that stick, and work that curve to this handle. So there's my handle. I'll set it to the side because we're going to make the bag. All right, y'all, so on the 10-inch side, we're going to score at 2 and at 8. Then we're going to rotate it to the 12-inch side, and we're going to score at 2 1/4, at 4 1/2, at 6 3/4, at 9, and at 11 1/4. And again, we're going to fold and burnish all of our scores. So once you have all of your scores folded and burnished, we're going to remove those 2 corner pieces. So I'm going to take my finger blade and I'll go ahead and angle in there, and then I'll cut straight out here, cut straight out here, and I will angle in here. So now I'm going to do the same thing at the top and the bottom. I'm just going to go across everywhere I have a score mark and angle on both sides of the score mark. And I'm going to do this at the top and at the bottom. So there's one. And now let's do this end. And so now we have our piece like this. On one end, we are going to take glue or tape, whatever you want to use, and we are going to place it on all of these panels. And then I'll fold them over and we'll stick them. So then I'm going to fold that over, take my glue, place my glue on this piece, and then I'll join it on this end. Go in with my bone folder to make sure I have that stuck. And so now it's going to look like this, and we just decide how we want to fold in. So when I fold in, I'm just going to add a little bit of glue on the folded in piece, and I'll just keep adding glue like that. And I'm going to shape this in just a minute, and I'll add some glue there, and then I'll add some glue right here. Now I'll stand it up, and it looks nice and shaped to me, so I'm not going to do anything to it except get it nice and stuck. So y'all, there is bag number 3. So now I can place my handle, and I'm just going to round that handle a little bit. It won't be perfect, but it'll be cute. And we'll round that piece too. And now you get to decide where you want to place your handle. So I'm using some hot glue, and I'm going to place that handle just like that. And I'll take this piece and we'll place it right there. So I'm going to add some glue, hot glue, and I'm going to take this piece and we're going to put it down right there. And so y'all, there we have a really sweet little 5-sided bag, bag number 3. And then last but not least, we're going to make this bag, which is my absolute favorite of all of these bags, and you'll see how easy it is to make. So again, I'm going to take my paper, my 12 by 12, and I'm going to trim it to 10 by 12. And just like with the first one, we're going to score the handle on the 2-inch side at 1. Then I'll take my glue and add my glue to the inside. And we'll do the same thing with this handle that we did with the first one. We want to go ahead and work that glue, work that stick, and work that curve like that. So we can take this and set it to the side because we want to make the bag. So to make our bag on the 12-inch side, we're going to score at 5 and at 7. And I'm making sure that my scores are nice and crisp. Then we're going to turn it to the 10-inch side, and I'm going to see if I can zoom in for this because I really want you to be able to see what I'm doing. So we're going to need to make a couple of marks, and we need to make those marks at the point that we have the score. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my stylus. I am not going to press down into the paper. I just want to follow that groove very lightly until I get to that score mark. And I'm going to make a score going through this midsection here and to the other side, like that. Then I'm going to turn it and do the same thing over here. I'm going to the 2 mark, but I am not scoring at 2. I am just following that 2 guide very lightly until I get to this center score mark here, and then I will make a mark, and I'll make a mark there. So you might be able to see it better here. So here is the marks that I made, but you don't see any score mark here or any score mark here because I wasn't scoring. I was just following that 2 groove until I got to the intersecting point of the scores that I made this way. All of this, I promise you, is going to make sense in just a minute. So what I'm going to do is I am going to make a mark so that y'all can see what it is I did. So I really wanted to make marks at the intersection. So now I can go ahead and just fold and burnish this way because I do want nice, crisp scores this way. So you can see I have my scores, and you can see I have those marks. These marks are important, and here's why they're important. Because we're going to take our ruler, we're going to line it up on that mark, and then we're going to line it with the edge of our bag, and we are going to take our stylus and press in to get that score. So I'm doing a really nice impression. Hopefully you can see that score there. It'll become clearer in just a minute, but we're going to do this on all 4 sides. So we take the ruler, position it on the mark, and then we slide it to the edge, and we have a diagonal, and we are just going to drive into the paper to get that score. Nothing about this will be perfect, but it'll be a nice little bag. So we'll do the same thing here. We're going to take that ruler, place it on the mark, align it with the edge here, and then we score to get that score mark. Same thing over here. So we place it on that mark, align it with the edge, and then we score. So now your piece will look like this, and hopefully you can see my score marks. They'll become much more clearer in just a minute. So I'm going to take my finger blade, go up to my mark, and cut straight down to free the tab. Free the tab. Free here. And free here. So now I'm going to take these pieces and I can fold them like this. And it's going to look like this. So now we can take our finger blade, and we're going to need to do a rather deep cut on this tab. And then I'm going to reduce the tab just a little bit. Same thing over here. So I can take these pieces, and now I can fold them. And now I can fold them, angle in deeply, angle in deeply, and reduce. So then we're going to fold this piece in, and we take these pieces and we bring them up until we have the tops matching. That's going to be your goal, to get the tops matching, and then we'll glue it. You might have some hanging over the edge. That'll be okay because we'll fix that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my glue, place some glue on this piece, and then place some glue on one side only. Then I'll bring this piece up. Not too worried about how I get it stuck in that glue right now, because I really need to take these two pieces and I want to match the tops. And then I can take my finger and work it down. Then I can go on the inside and stick that tab and make sure that I have everything nice and stuck. And if I have any hanging over the edge, and I do have just a little bit hanging over, not a whole lot, I can use my scissors to go in and clean that up. We're going to do the same thing over here. So I'm just going to bend this backwards. Add some glue right there. Then I'll add glue on this piece. And I'll fold that in. Fold that in. And basically what I want to do is I want to make sure that these two pieces match at the top. Like that. And then I can work my stick going down. I'll go on the inside with my bone folder, lay down that tab, and then make sure that I have a nice stick. I have a little bit of overhang right there. I'm going to take my scissors and just cut off that overhang. And then y'all, that's it. We have another gorgeous little boat bag. I am going to take my handle. Again, I'm going to round the ends of that handle. I'm going to take my glue, place some glue. Then I'll take this piece and we'll put it on the front like that. Getting that nice and stuck. Then I'll take some glue, put some glue at the end. And we'll take this piece and just fold it over like that. And then we'll get it nice and stuck. Y'all, how cute is that bag? Then I'm just going to dress this up a little bit by adding this little flower. And we'll do the same thing over here. Add a little bit of hot glue and add my flower. So from either side, it is a very well put together bag. And I'm going to bring this one in and I'm going to add a flower to it as well. So add some hot glue. Take that flower, put that flower right there. And so now, y'all, we have 4 more beautiful bags. We have this one. We have this one. Gorgeous. This 5-sided bag. Perfect for perfume, little wine bottles. Perfect for some of those Bath & Body Works little mini sizes that you might get. And then we have my favorite, which is this little boat bag. Y'all, if you want to, you can add pieces of chipboard to the bottom if you want to place something heavy in these, but they are perfect for gift giving. And all you need is one piece of 12 by 12 to make any one of these designs. Super, super easy crafting. Did you see any scraps left over? No. Y'all, with the exception of these pieces that we punched out, and the little tabs that we cut out when we angle cut the tabs, we use probably 99.5% of the 4 sheets of 12 by 12 that we brought into this project. And I personally think that that's some very good waste-free crafting, as well as true budget crafting and creative crafting. So if you need a bag, take your pick. Make any one of these. I think that whoever you give it to will be delighted to have it. So guys, I hope that you have enjoyed today's super awesome way to take a piece of 12 by 12, and create 4 different looks. If you have, please hit the like button. If you're not a subscriber to my channel, I'd love to have you join this amazing online crafting family. If you're watching this video, why not? Why not join? I'd love to have you. As always, my friends, please be safe, be kind, be the reason someone smiles today. Happy crafting, and we'll chat later. Bye.